But Colin, I really from the interviews on the videos I've seen, I do not see this guy as a charismatic, charming guy. So I don't see how someone could be persuaded by this douche. But Perry
was persuaded.
Colin essentially said to him that he couldn't get it up if he wasn't tying up or S&M wasn't involved. So Perry was a very sort of generous guy in that sense, and was like, yeah, okay, fine. I mean, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, nope. No. Good for that, thank you. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Goodbye. So yeah, again, same thing. Pretty much happens. Colin gets Perry to lie face down on the bed. He places a noose around his neck, demands his cash card and PIN number, threatening to torture him with a cigarette lighter, just like he did the other guy if he didn't. Perry said that he would go with Colin to the cash point, which is kind of a cheeky, clever move. Let's just see if this will work. Because at that point, you might as well try anything. You don't know what this guy's like. But Colin, said, no, definitely not. Good.
Can I ask a question, if that's okay?
Yeah.
Did he have sex with any of these? Or?
That will come about later on, what happened. Short answer is no.
Right, okay.
Now this one is a little bit weirder because I don't know what happened, or if that, if Perry saying he'd walk with him on being so willing to give him his details and give him his money. I don't know what happened, but Colin didn't actually immediately kill him like he did with the other ones. It's almost as if like he actually thought for a moment that he wouldn't kill him, that he might just rob the fuck out of him, like he might just steal everything. Because I obviously don't know what this guy's apartment's like, but if he's a business dude from Texas, he's probably got a pretty fancy place.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because a businessman for Texas like this, he a bit more well known than the guys as well.
Yeah.
So it might draw a little bit more noise than what you actually might be wanting. So Colin pretty much says to Perry, I'm going to be here for a little while. I'm going to be chilling out, hanging out. So you might want to think about going to sleep. Few hours went by, and surprisingly, Perry did fall asleep. I mean, I don't know how I would be in that situation. It might just be one of those where you're like so emotionally tired and exhausted that you do just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just like one of those where if I just close my eyes, wake up, and the guy's going to be gone, the nightmare is going to be fucking over. But yeah, it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. Colin crept into the room and then began to slowly tighten the noose that he had earlier placed around Perry's neck. He then, for some weird reason, placed a doll on top of his body, which is weird because he's not done anything to all the other bodies. Really, I don't get what the doll thing was about.
Well, he kind of did with the teddy bears.
That's true. Yeah, the teddy bears. The other one, not so much.
I know it's not exactly the same.
Then he put the condom. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. There is a theory about that. This actually towards the end, thinking about it. So after conducting his usual and thorough search and clean-up, Colin left the apartment the following morning with £100 he'd found and went to the bank to withdraw a further £200 from Perry's account. He's sticking to the £200 from the bank account for some reason. Don't know why, because this guy, I imagine, probably had a lot more than that in there. But I don't know, maybe he's trying to not get too much attention from it or something. I don't know what the theory is in that. So this particular murder did actually get a bit more attention than the previous two. Like I said, just because of who this guy was. But once again, the police didn't link it to the previous two. So even though there are similarities,
that
police
doesn't make any sense to me. That
this is one of the things that when I was going through the notes on this, I was just like, if you're, I mean, I don't know how the police work. I don't know, but if you've got these deaths going on, and it's like gay guy, yeah, S&M bondage, yeah, how can you not see?
House completely immaculate.
Yeah, but not even that. Like those, even the basic of basic facts. Like you've got 3 guys dead who are tied up.
Yeah.
how is that not a red flag that these may potentially be linked? Why does that not garner just a little bit of extra?
To be fair, it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
It doesn't, and I don't know. The police in this story, they have and did get a lot of flack about it afterwards. The people have sort of criticised them.
Good.
Increasingly for the way they handled this. So at this point, Colin's killed 3 guys, none of them being linked. He's not getting the notoriety that he wanted. He was losing his patience, so much so that now, just 3 days later, so he's really speeding things up. Colin returns to the call home, where he meets 33-year-old Andrew Collier, which, again, if I can find a picture of Andrew, that's the one.
Okay. So
there's Andrew Collier. He looks like I've got an uncle who looks a bit like him. So we met 33-year-old Andrew Collier. The two, again, same story again, returned to Andrew's flat, where he consented to being bound to the bed and handcuffed. Colin demanded his bank card and his PIN number. This time, and I love him for doing this, Andrew just pretty much flat out refused. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, you can do whatever you want, but you're not going to get the fucking money.
Good.
Which I love him for that.
Yeah.
So during his usual sort of search and cleanup, Colin discovered that, kind of similar to the other guy, I can't remember his name. That's really bad. So many names I've gone through, but similar to the other guy anyway. This guy was also HIV positive.
Oh.
And hadn't told him. So this time, Colin, he got extremely angry at that the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The second time, he fucking loses his shit, like, big time. He starts to burn various parts of Andrew's body.
Is this why he's still alive?
No, sorry, no. As like I said, he did the usual thing, and
right, okay.
He threatened him with the bank card for the bank card and stuff. He said no. Usual thing. He did kill him. He began to burn various parts of his body, and then he strangled his cat. Little bit of information. People think the reason why he did this is because after the first murder, where he called about the dogs, even though there wasn't a lot of media coverage about it and they weren't linking them, the little amount of news articles that were wrote about it described the killer as an animal lover because he cared enough to call up about the dogs, which some people will say that this was Colin also saying that no, I'm not an animal, so making it known that they were wrong, essentially. So he strangled the cat, and in an act of humiliation, and this is just this is gross. He put a condom on Andrew's penis, and then another one on the cat's tail, and then he put the cat's mouth around Andrew's penis, and put the cat's tail into his mouth. So it's like a weird dead cat, dead body, 69. It's fucking gross, man. That's like another level of twisted.
Disgusting.
That's like something from like a Rob Zombie horror movie. Like, it's so gross. Like, you don't even think that that's real. You think it's like that can only happen in movies. That's fucking weird.
Oh, what a sicko.
Yeah. So Colin took the mug that he had used in the house, because obviously he wanted to get rid of all the DNA. And he took £70 that he found in the flat and left again the next morning during rush hour. So police finally begin to get a little bit suspicious.
Finally?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe something about this smells a little fishy. But they only get suspicious about this particular murder and the murder of Peter Walker, and that is only due to the strange use of condoms. So they don't link the S&M thing or the fact they're tied up. They just go, condoms.
So it's not even for the
Weird.
fact of it's the condoms. Is it just the condoms, or is it the fact that they both got HIV as well? Or
No, just the condoms.
right, okay.
Literally the most smallest piece of evidence. While the rest of the evidence is clearly smacking them in the face, they focus on the condoms. Still, they had very little evidence and still hadn't been able to connect the other murders. Colin, like we said before, wanted fame. He desperately wanted his name to sit alongside the likes of Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Charles Manson. But so far, the police's inability to connect the cases together had prevented this from happening. So, on the 12th of June 1993...
Can I just say what I think is going to happen?
Oh, go on.
Is he going to, like, fuck up on purpose, kind of?
Not fuck up. No. Because he wants to be remembered as like the legend, like a legendary serial killer.
Yeah.
So meticulous, and he thinks he's so fucking clever. So he actually calls the Kensington police station, tells them he had killed 4 men and that they had to stop him from killing again. He then called the Battersea police station. I'm assuming these did it once, that it's just work in different districts of London, maybe.
Yeah, Battersea is a district, I think.
So he called them and asked them why they'd actually stopped the investigation into Peter Walker's murder, and he told them that he would kill again, which is a promise that he would go to fulfill. Exactly the same night as when he called the police stations, Colin made his usual trip to the Carlherne pub, where he would meet his 5th and, thankfully, his final victim, 41-year-old chef Emanuele Spiteri. And we've got an image of this dude here, who he's wearing like the funky sort of S&M, like leather daddy style cap.
That's pretty funky.
It's a funky cap. I don't think I could get away with that fashion for some reason. I think I'd just look silly in it. I don't think I've got like the I don't think I've got the demeanour to come across as that sort of dominating presence. People just laugh at me. But he looks like a funky dude in that hat. So yeah, pretty much same thing again. So he's got a very definitive MO, which is all the more baffling as to why the police haven't been able to find him. So they both go back to Emmanuel's flat, and then immediately upon arrival, Colin bound Emmanuel to his bed and handcuffed him, putting a noose around his neck, and then demanding his cash card and PIN number once again. Colin, just as the other times, began to strangle him to death with a noose. He cleaned up, watched television until he felt it was safe to leave the next morning. But this time, for some reason, I don't get why this is the one he does this on, but it sort of echoes something back from his childhood. He decides to set a fire in the flat.
Okay.
I don't get the I don't get why this one, because it's completely off kilter for him, really.
Yeah.
So he decided he would set fire to the flat, hoping that the entire block would actually catch on fire. So he left the building after starting a fire, but luckily the fire actually went out pretty much immediately after it had started. So
right,
he set the fire, walked away from it, and then it went out. So thank God, because otherwise that if there was a block of flats, that could have been fucking horrific for a lot of other people. It could have been children, babies, anyone involved in that. So Colin, at this time now, he'd killed 4 times in 17 days. And the day after the murder of Emmanuel on the 13th of June, Colin rang the police again, because he was so fucking thirsty for them to find him, it seems. And he told them to look for a body at the scene of a fire in South London. He also told the police that he had read many books on serial killers and that he knew that to reach a serious